I tell it the same way that I told the shooting board in every cop bar between Houston and Biloxi. And you know why the story's always the same, 17 years gone? Because it only went down the one way.
Episode 5, The Secret Fate of All Life. We learn one of the things that the series has been hinting at throughout, which is that what you're saying happened and what happened is not the same thing.
We had the opportunity for the unreliable narrator, where Hart and Cole's version of the story, both in 2012 and to the shooting board, was grossly different from what actually happened.
There's chaos.
When Hart walks up and opens that door, I just wanted to put them in silhouette. And it's just enough to see, you just kind of see the little girl's eyes. She doesn't know whether the person opening this door is another nightmare or someone coming to rescue her. And I think it hits Hart immediately, having his own daughters, and this need to protect children supersedes any sort of protocol in terms of being a police officer. And so he does what instincts tell him to do at that moment in time and exacts revenge. I think Cohle, for his part, it's just as profound, but maybe not as emotionally resonant on the surface.
I don't even view Cohle and Hart as anti-heroes. I don't think there's any anti about them. I think they're both heroes.
I believe I speak for the board when I commend you on the heroism displayed by you and Detective Hart.
We were doing our job, sir.
There's definitely that moment, whatever conflict they've had, when Hart looks up at Cohle, that decision, that bond, that partnership is solidified in that instant. Cole's willing to support him, all the way to make sure he doesn't get in trouble for it.
Bullshit. You tell me right now why you're all over Cole, or I walk.
Marty is well aware at this point they're trying to stick this new thing on Cohle.
The evidence is compelling to the degree that we have to admit sometimes that, somebody may not be who we think they are. So I don't think he's on the detective's side, but he's not ready to leave yet.
I think Hart is able to separate whatever personal animosity he has for Cohle, and whatever resources he has, he's gonna defend Cohle, whether he likes him or not, because that's the right thing to do.
Well, if you two talked to Russ, you weren't getting a read on him. He was getting a read on you.
When Cohle sees the full discovery file and he sees how little these guys have, he's like, you just wasted my day.
This is all you got.
And what that means for us is that Cohle had come in here solely to find out what they had on the new case. And if we reach back from episode 1, that's been there the whole time. He's been asking them about Lake Charles the whole time. He's been wanting to see their folders the whole time. He's let himself speak profusely without giving them any new information. And I don't know how many people will catch this, but Cohle asked for a beer for one reason, because he's a functioning alcoholic who knows who he is. But the bigger reason is that once he starts drinking, anything he says in that room's inadmissible.
He's conflict-oriented, so when I deny him small arguments, it builds up his energy.
Wow. Yeah. Are you ever a match for this dude?
As we pass through 1995 to 2002, we get tastes of Hart's family life, and we get tastes of Cohle in the meantime.
And it sort of underlines the rest of the episode, the relationships they have and the lives they build around it. Halfway through the season, halfway through the episode, we solve a case. So what does that mean? How do you then bridge ourselves into the next part of the story?
It appears that the man, or one of the men from 95, is still active. And the idea to Cohle that he didn't finish a job that he said he finished, and that this has caused more people harm, the possibility of it causes him to once again step over the line that he established in his own personal code. So what you thought was over isn't over. As Cohle says, there's no escape.